Welcome to Chat Like a Native. Today we're doing a deep dive into something really powerful. It's about how you communicate in English. Think about those moments, a big meeting, maybe an interview, or just, trying to explain something important. How do you make sure your words actually land, that they cut through everything else? We're tackling the art of being concise, speaking and writing with fewer words but more impact. It's like a communication advantage. Sometimes people think using more words sounds, smarter. But what if the opposite is true? What if being brief is actually your superpower? It's not just about sounding smart. Studies show it can actually help people remember what you said, maybe like 20% more. And it can even make you seem more trustworthy. It's all about the words you choose to leave out.
Absolutely. That's so true. For anyone learning English, especially if you're, say, intermediate level, this is huge. Cutting out unnecessary words, it's not just about sounding fluent, though that's part of it. It's really about getting your ideas across with real confidence and precision. So this deep dive, we want to give you some really practical things you can actually use, actionable strategies, so you can stop feeling maybe overwhelmed by too much information and just make your words count. We'll look at why being concise keeps people listening, helps you think clearer too, builds that connection.
Exactly. So if you're ready to make your English sharper, more impactful, connect better, well, you're definitely in the right place. Let's unpack this. Okay, so let's jump right into the practical stuff, the tools. We've got about 5 core steps, principles really, that help you speak and write more concisely. The first one, it's all about getting rid of words that just repeat the same idea. Redundancy. Think of it like pruning a plant. You trim the dead bits so the healthy parts can grow stronger.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is how often we use these redundant words without even thinking about it. They don't add any meaning, right? They just add length. And crucially, they can actually dilute what you're trying to say. It forces the listener or the reader to sort of filter out the noise to find the signal. It's extra work for their brain, like putting up unnecessary speed bumps when you want smooth driving.
That makes perfect sense. There's a great example, like instead of saying, I personally think that we should definitely proceed, which sounds okay, maybe. You can just say, I think we should proceed. Because I think already means it's personal, right?
Right.
And proceed usually implies some certainty anyway, so definitely can often be just extra.
Yeah.
It's about making sentences leaner, more direct, respecting people's time.
Yeah, or another classic is true fact.
Oh,
I mean, a fact is true by definition, so true is just redundant. Or past history. Where else would history be?
Exactly.
These little things, they seem harmless, but they add up. They can really bog down your communication.
Okay, so we've talked about trimming the excess, pruning. But what about the words we keep? How do we make them work harder? That brings us nicely to point number 2, choosing strong words.
Precisely. And this ties into the bigger picture, Effective communication. Using strong verbs, vivid adjectives, they can seriously shorten your sentences. But they also add more punch, more impact. They carry more meaning, make your language stick in people's minds, make it more engaging. Instead of describing something vaguely, you can often just name it powerfully. That's very typical of efficient native speaker communication.
I really see that. It's like instead of she ran very fast, you could say she dashed or she sprinted.
Exactly.
Or turning very good into excellent or superb.
Yeah.
To dash is just so much more dynamic, isn't it? They ran very fast.
It paints a picture.
Right. Find that single powerful word instead of like 3 weaker ones plus very or really. That's such a common trap, those qualifiers, like really, very, basically.
They often weaken the word they're modifying.
Yeah. So using a stronger word sharpens everything up, helps your points land. So, okay, we've trimmed the fat, built muscle with strong words. What about those other words, the ones that just sort of hang around?
Yeah.
How do we spot the filler words and those weak constructions that just drag things down?
That's a great question. It's about tuning your ear, really. Listening for phrases that act like linguistic speed bumps. The research points to common ones like, it is, there are. In order to, due to the fact that they often make sentences start really weakly. You have to wait to find out what is or who is doing something. They create this kind of drag, delaying the main message.
I get it. So instead of, in order to finish the project, we need more time.
Yeah.
Just say, to finish the project, we need more time. Shorter, cleaner.
Right, or due to the fact that it was raining, because it was raining. The game was
done. Yeah. It makes your sentences bolder, more focused, cuts right to the chase.
It does.
It feels like sometimes we add these little phrases, almost like safety nets, like we're afraid to be too direct.
That could be part of it. But directness in communication is often power, clarity.
These small changes really make a difference in the punchiness, the flow.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving beyond just words and phrases, the actual sentence structure matters too. Our next principle is about voice and tone, specifically using active voice more and keeping a positive tone. These might seem subtle, but wow, they impact clarity and conciseness.
Definitely. Active voice is usually shorter, for one thing, but it's also much more direct because it follows how our brains naturally process things. Who did what?
Right. Actor first.
Yeah, actor, action, object, puts them front and center. It's efficient. Your brain grasps it faster. Passive voice often makes you do a bit of mental gymnastics to figure it out.
Like the team made a decision versus a decision was made by the team.
Exactly. The first one is immediate, clear. You know who did it. The second is longer, a bit more detached.
And the positive tone thing too. Instead of saying, don't delay sending the form, which sounds a bit negative.
And uses don't and delay.
Right. Two negatives for a positive action. The suggestion is, please send the form soon.
Which is shorter.
And nicer. It's concise, clear, and reader-friendly. Avoids that indirectness or negativity. Okay, finally, stepping back to look at the bigger picture. Our fifth principle. This is about using clear structure. Things like headings, bullet points. And this isn't just for like huge reports. It helps in shorter emails, even structuring your thoughts when you speak.
Yeah, this really highlights how important formatting, even visual structure is, makes things easier to digest. Breaking up big blocks of text, using headings so people can scan, using bullet points for lists, keeping paragraphs short, maybe, like 15, 20 words max sometimes, especially online.
Wow, that's short.
Well, it helps readers skim and grab the main points quickly. It lowers the cognitive load.
Right. Less brain power needed just to read.
Exactly. They can focus on the message, not get lost in the words. And for speaking, this translates to clear signposting, maybe saying, my first point is, and focusing on one idea at a time, like giving mental bullet points.
Okay, those 5 principles, they're really powerful tools for clarity. But the material we looked at, it doesn't stop there. It really pushes us to think beyond just the mechanics, to think about the most crucial element, your audience.
Yeah.
The listener, the reader. This next bit is where it gets really interesting for connecting effectively.
Knowing your audience is just paramount. It's everything. You have to ask yourself, okay, what do they already know? What do they need to know? This lets you tailor your language.
So avoid jargon if they won't get it.
Exactly. Or if you have to use a technical term, explain it simply. It means you're not just speaking clearly in a vacuum, you're speaking relevantly to that person. That's key for that native-like feel.
I love the test your text idea. It's so practical. Just read it out loud. Or even better, ask a friend to read it. If they stumble or pause or look confused, and ask, wait, what does that mean?
Bingo.
That's your signal right there. You need to simplify.
That feedback loop is just invaluable for sharpening your writing. Shows you exactly where things are still a bit muddy. And this brings us back to why this all matters so much. It's not just about sounding polished. Concise communication, it actually reduces the mental effort for your listener or reader.
Less cognitive load, you called it.
Right. So your message is more likely to stick. But it also, subtly, shows respect for their time, and that builds trust. Wordiness can actually erode trust, make people tune out.
Yeah, especially now. Everyone's so busy.
Exactly. Long, rambling text often just doesn't get read. But most importantly, conciseness makes your meaning unmistakably clear, which is vital in English, where sometimes more words just create more confusion, not less.
Plus, practicing this helps you sharpen your own thinking.
Totally.
You have to be precise in your thoughts to be precise in your words, and that builds confidence. When you know you're communicating clearly, effectively, that confidence just comes through.
It really does.
Polished, concise communication, it really impresses people. Email, presentation, even just chatting shows you value your message and their time.
Now, it's important to clarify something here.
Yeah.
Conciseness doesn't mean always being super short. Sometimes a topic is complex. It needs detail, nuance. The point isn't just brevity for brevity's sake. It's about making every single word earn its place. So even when you need to elaborate, you're adding essential detail, not just fluff.
Right. Purposeful words.
Exactly. It's the art of knowing when to be brief and when a bit more explanation is genuinely needed.
That's a really important distinction. Thanks. And, to help build this skill, this conciseness muscle, the material suggests some great little exercises, things you can actually try at home to practice, like take a sentence. Here's one. I think that, in my opinion, we should probably start the meeting now because it is already late. kind of wordy.
Very wordy, lots of qualifiers.
And you trim it right down to, I think we should start the meeting now.
Boom. Clear. Direct.
See how much just vanished? All the fluff.
Absolutely. Another thing you can do is track your own habits. We all have our go-to filler words or redundant phrases. Basically, actually, sort of.
Guilty.
Yeah, me too sometimes. Identify your common ones and consciously try to reduce them. It's about building that self-editing habit, making conciseness more automatic. Or try taking a news article, maybe highlight the long sentences and rewrite them. Aim to cut, say, 25% of the words without losing meaning.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
It is. For many people, the hardest part is trusting that fewer words can be better. It feels a bit exposed at first.
Yeah, like you're not explaining enough.
Right. But watch the impact. It usually gets stronger.
And then, before you hit send, or publish, or stand up to speak, there's like a final checklist, a quick run-through to give it that last polish.
Always a good idea.
Did you get rid of those unnecessary personal qualifiers? Personally, in my opinion. Are your verbs strong? Active?
Yeah.
Is passive voice mostly avoided? Unless there's a good reason for it. Are those filler words gone? Is the structure clear headings, bullets, easy to scan? And the big one, have you tested it, read it aloud, maybe had someone else glance at it?
That final check catches so much. It can really elevate the whole thing.
Wow. Okay, that was a really insightful exploration, making your English concise, impactful. It's really clear that practicing these steps, these principles, it simplifies things, not just writing, but how you express yourself when speaking to.
Indeed. Yeah, by really integrating these ideas, your communication just gets stronger, clearer. And you sound more confident. It's a skill that honestly pays off in pretty much every interaction, professional, personal. It lets your actual ideas shine through, without getting lost in extra words or confusing sentences.
So what does this all mean for you, our amazing listener? Well, the next time you're writing an email or prepping for a presentation or even just chatting with someone, challenge yourself a little bit. Ask, where could I cut just one unnecessary word here? How can I say the same thing, but maybe with more impact, using fewer words? Start small. You might be really surprised at the clarity you gain, the confidence, and you'll be well on your way to truly chat like a native. Hey. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive. We hope it was helpful, and we'll catch you on the next one.